In this series of videos, we'll review the rules for conjugating verbs in the present indicative, el presente de indicativo in Spanish. This particular video will cover the uses of the present indicative and the conjugation of regular verbs. Subsequent videos will cover stem-changing verbs and a variety of types of irregular verbs. First off, when do we use the present indicative? Well, we use it to describe what is happening right now. For example, someone might ask, ¿Qué haces tú? And the person they ask could answer, Yo leo un libro. In both of these sentences, the verbs haces and leo are in the present tense. The second context in which we use the present tense is to describe that which happens regularly. For example, ¿Qué haces tú los fines de semana? Yo salgo con mis amigos, pero también yo hago la tarea. All the verbs haces, salgo, and hago are in the present tense. And finally, we can use the present tense to describe something that will happen in the near future. ¿Qué haces tú este verano? Yo voy a México. This somewhat informal usage is similar to English. In English, we can ask, what are you doing this summer? And the response can be, I'm going to Mexico. All right, now that we know when to use the present tense, we need to know how to form the present tense. In other words, how do we conjugate a verb in the present tense? First, we'll go over the conjugation rules for regular verbs. These are called regular verbs because they follow a pattern that can be memorized and applied to any other regular verb. We'll start with the infinitive form of the verb. From there, we'll drop the AR, ER, or IR ending. What's left of the verb is called the stem. To the stem, we'll add the correct ending from the tables below. If a verb's infinitive ends in AR, we will use these endings. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. If a verb's infinitive ends in ER, we use o, es, e, emos, eis, en. And if a verb's infinitive ends in IR, we use o, es, e, imos, is, en. It's important that you memorize these endings and the subject pronouns they agree with. On the next slide, we'll look at some examples of regular verbs and how to conjugate them. Let's start with the most common type of verb in Spanish, the AR verb. We call them AR verbs because their infinitives end in AR. For example, hablar means to speak or to talk. To conjugate the verb, we start with the infinitive, then drop the AR ending. So we're left with the stem HABL. From there, we add the appropriate ending that corresponds with the subject pronoun we're going to use. I find it helpful to memorize the endings in this order. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. From there, I can add those endings to the verb stem. For example, to say, I talk, I say, yo hablo. All I did was add o to the stem of the verb. Take a moment, pause the video, and see if you can conjugate hablar in the remaining 5 forms. You say is tú hablas. Él habla, ella habla, usted habla. Nosotros hablamos, vosotros habláis, ellos hablan, ellas hablan, ustedes hablan. While I didn't write the subject pronouns here, it's a good idea to practice saying them together with the verbs. Let's look at another AR verb. Llamar means to call. Following the rules of conjugation, we start with the infinitive and then drop the AR ending. This leaves us with the stem LLAM. From there, we'll add the AR endings to the stem in this order. Take a moment and try this on your own. I call is yo llamo. Tú llamas. Él llama. Ella llama. Usted llama. Nosotros llamamos. Vosotros llamáis. Ellos llaman. Ellas llaman. Ustedes llaman. Let's practice with the next most common type of verb, the ER verb. The verb comer, which ends in ER, means to eat. Following the rules of conjugation, we start with the infinitive and then drop the ER ending. We're now left with the stem COM. From there, we add the ER endings for the present tense. Remember, the ER endings are OSE, hemos, eis, en. We get yo como, tú comes, él come, ella come, usted come. Nosotros comemos, vosotros coméis, ellos comen, ellas comen, ustedes comen. Take a moment now, pause the video, and try to conjugate the verb vender on your own. Vender means to sell and has a stem of VEND once we drop the ER ending. From there, we can conjugate the verb in the present tense. Yo vendo, tú vendes, él vende, ella vende, usted vende. Nosotros vendemos, vosotros vendéis, ellos venden, ellas venden, ustedes venden. The third type of regular verb is the IR verb. Let's look at vivir, which means to live, as an example. We drop the IR ending and are left with the stem VIV. Now we'll conjugate the verb in the present tense by adding the IR endings. OSE, imos, is, en. These endings are very similar to the ER endings. The only ones that are different are the nosotros and the vosotros endings. When we conjugate this verb, we get yo vivo, tú vives, él vive, ella vive, usted vive. nosotros, vivimos, vosotros, vivís, ellos, viven, ellas, viven, ustedes, viven. Take a moment now, pause the video, and try conjugating escribir on your own. The verb escribir means to write. First, we drop the IR from the infinitive, and we're left with the stem ESCRIB. Now I add the IR endings and get yo escribo, tú escribes, él escribe, ella escribe, usted escribe. Nosotros escribimos, vosotros escribís, ellos escriben, ellas escriben, ustedes escriben. All right, take a moment now and use the Google form to check your understanding of regular present tense verbs. You may either scan the QR code from a smartphone or click on the link to the form in the video description below. Please note that the form requires you to log in with your school email account. If you're looking for more practice with regular verbs in the present tense, check out the resources linked in the video description. When you feel ready, move on to the video on stem changing verbs.